Welcome to our explainer on Vaikunta Ekadasi. It's one of the most sacred days in the Hindu tradition. Today, we're going to dig into the ancient story behind why it's called the gateway to liberation.
You really have to wonder, right? This isn't just any holiday. We're talking about a day of intense spiritual discipline that millions of people observe. So what's the incredible story, the powerful promise, that inspires that kind of devotion? Well, let's find out.
So the answer really starts with understanding what this day truly represents. It's not just another date on the calendar. For believers, it's a powerful cosmic event.
Okay, so on this specific day, it's believed that the actual doors to Vaikunta, that's Lord Vishnu's celestial home, a place of ultimate bliss, well, they literally swing open. For devotees, this is a rare and direct chance to connect with the divine and seek liberation from the whole cycle of rebirth.
But why this particular day? What's so special about it? Well, the reason is wrapped up in this really dramatic celestial story, a classic tale of the cosmic battle between good and evil.
Our story kicks off with a seriously powerful demon named Murasura. His power was so immense that he started terrorizing the devas, the celestial beings, and basically threw the whole cosmic balance into chaos. They desperately needed some higher power to step in.
Answering their prayers, Lord Vishnu himself joins the fight. And the battle that followed was just monumental. We're talking it raged on for 1,000 celestial years. Eventually, even Vishnu was exhausted, so he retreated to a cave to rest. But Murasura, being relentless, followed him thinking he had a chance to strike while the Lord was vulnerable.
And this is where the whole story pivots. At that exact critical moment, a brilliant, powerful female energy, a divine goddess, manifested directly from Lord Vishnu's own being. She rose up to face the demon, and with her incredible power, she completely destroyed him.
So when Vishnu awoke and saw what had happened, he was so pleased that he named this divine form Ekadasi, since she appeared on the 11th day. And then he granted her this powerful boon. Anyone who observes this day with fasting and devotion will be freed from their sins and will ultimately reach his abode, Vaikunta. And just like that, the tradition was born.
Okay, so that's the ancient legend. But how does all of that translate into practice today? How do people connect with that amazing blessing?
Well, devotion on Vaikunta Ekadasi usually involves a few key things. Devotees often do a complete fast to help purify the body and mind, making it easier to focus. The whole day is filled with sacred chants, like the Vishnu Sahasranama, which means the 1,000 names of Vishnu. Many people also stay awake all night in prayer and meditation, and of course, they flock to temples dedicated to Lord Vishnu for special ceremonies.
And inside these temples, one of the most important rituals happens. There's a special entrance called the Vaikunta Dwaram, or Gateway to Vaikunta. And here's the kicker, it's only opened on this one single day of the year. For people there, walking through this gate is a huge symbolic act. It represents their soul's journey into the divine realm.
This brings us to the deeper meaning behind all these powerful practices. I mean, what's the ultimate goal here? And this really gets to the heart of it all. The physical rituals, they're like a gateway to a deeper internal discipline. Vaikunta Ekadasi isn't just about going through the motions. It's about an internal commitment. It's a day for self-control, for deepening your devotion, and for surrendering the ego. The whole goal is to elevate the soul. And the ultimate promise of Vaikunta Ekadasi, it's absolutely monumental. Devotees believe that by sincerely observing this single day, you can wash away negative karma and be granted moksha, the ultimate liberation of the soul from the cycle of birth and death. In Hinduism, that is the highest spiritual goal. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. While the celestial gates to Vaikunta are said to open just once a year, the story itself really inspires a bigger question. How can we open the gates of devotion in our own hearts and carry that spirit of self-control and liberation with us every single day of our lives?